Hey y'all, good to see you again here on Grassroots Garden. I'm Ryan if you're new to the channel, and we are inside of our greenhouse here at Grassroots Yard Supply in Graniteville, South Carolina. It's the month of May. Everything is just blooming its head off. The nursery is beautiful. So I thought we would take just a quick walk around. Let me show you some of the new plants that we've got in, and let's just go see what is blooming right now and just check things out. So put your flip-flops on and let's go kick around the nursery. So we're inside of our main greenhouse right now. This is our largest greenhouse. It's an Atlas greenhouse, double bays. So we've got a side here and then a shaded side over here where we have a good many house plants and orchids and just all kinds of stuff. They've got these cool little air plants that came in the other day. They're inside of a nautilus shell, and actually I haven't even seen this one yet, but there's a couple little air plants stuck to this one. I like that. And they're all hanging from an old Japanese maple that died on me, and I cut it down and hung it upside down, and just got the air plants hanging from there. But oh, check this out. I don't even know what this is. This looks like a night blooming cereus. Let's see. Night blooming cactus, but I'm pretty sure that's a night blooming cereus. That's neat. The girls are the folks, I shouldn't just single it out to the girls. The folks here at Grassroots do a absolutely wonderful job of keeping this greenhouse clean. They get the floors clean. Really helps out with bug issues, and just looks great too when you walk into a nursery and everything is neat and tidy. So big props to them. They do just a fantastic job. All types of house plants over here. Some pothos, some rubber plants down yonder. Hanging baskets like your spider plant right there. Some beautiful anthuriums down on this end. And a different species of anthurium here with the real pretty red flower. Some Rex begonias. Beautiful hanging ferns. Just kind of an assortment of stuff in this greenhouse. I even have a lot of carnivorous plants. We got some pitcher plants, some sundew, which is such a cool little plant, some pitcher plants or Sarracenia, and some big pitcher plants with these big old pitchers right here called Nepenthes. Got some, looks like this is the string of dolphins hanging basket right there. Some Schefflera miniature house trees, money trees, begonias, all kind of stuff. Cameron walking in. Say hey to everybody, Cameron.
Hey guys.
What you doing?
I'm taking some pictures for social media.
Hey, I'm taking a video for social media.
Hey social media.
See ya. On this side of the greenhouse, we've got a lot of sedums and cactus, because this is the brightest, driest side of the greenhouse over here. West is in that direction, so we get a lot of afternoon sunlight coming in here. Really cool cactuses and succulents. Let's see, we've even got some geraniums back on this side. Some sun patience. I love those. Those have been crazy popular this season. They can take full sun and they have those vibrant impatient colors. Back on the back table, back here we've got some vinca and some coleus down at that end. There's Miss Jovi out there. See her walking around working. Per usual, that lady never stops, man. She is always working. But anyway, that's what we got on the inside here. There's Miss Pam. Say hey to everybody back home, Miss Pam.
Hey.
Let's go outside and see what's happening out here in our annual section. There goes Miss Jovi. You're not even gonna wave? There you go. So as we walk out of the greenhouse, we've got all of our petunias, a lot of proven winners out here, super bells and super tunia. Just way too many things to even go through here. What we'll do on this tour, we'll just kind of go out and single some stuff out that is worth talking about. They're all beautiful, but there's a gajillion plants out here. We just simply don't have time to go through each and every one of them. But right here's our pollinator section. So we've got a lot of stuff like this Gaillardia and some really cool Rudbeckia. Look at the size of that flower. And that backup alarm, if you hear that, We have also that's our bulk yard area down there. So we have all our rock and sands and compost and mulch and that type of stuff that we load in the back of people's trucks. So it's probably gonna get loud here in just a second as soon as he dumps out. We've got some beautiful mandevilla vines, some ice plant. This is such a neat plant right here. Really pretty flower and pretty drought tolerant with those real fat succulent style leaves. Got some mangave right here, which I stole one of these and took it home the other day. This is a hybrid between an agave and then I can't remember the other plant to tell you the truth, but called mangave. Real neat looking plant. We got a lot of different colors and variety of texture leaves on our sedum. Switching back around to this side, a lot of cleome or your spider flower. Tons of different color salvias from reds to blues to purples. Transitioning down here into this pink, what looks to be phlox. Let's see, yeah, phlox ultra pink is the name of that one. Just a myriad of different annuals and perennials, and the bees, if y'all can see them flying around, are just having the time of their life out here on all these flowers. As we kind of head back this way, we've got some really nice grasses. I actually took some of this home with us just the other day. And speaking of, this channel also is a progression type YouTube channel, because a lot of my projects, such as the one at home where I took this grass, is going to be over the course of really several years to help build this botanical, I don't know what to call it, a botanical garden, but we're just going to trial a bunch of plants. We're going to plant a bunch of cool stuff along the whole driveway. We're going to watch it and learn together. So now would be a great time to hit that like and subscribe down there and the notifications bell. It'll alert you whenever we put new videos out. Then we kind of transition into the more shade loving plants. You can see we've got this 50% shade cloth up here. So back here you got a lot of heuchera or coral bells, some hosta, we've got some caladiums back there on the back table, some colocasias, some Lenten rose right here, and some astilbe, which this would be a great addition to that really shady spot that we've got along the driveway. Oh, that truck scared me. He's dumping out our rock down there in his tailgate, just slay him. This will be a great addition because you see how fuzzy those leaves are. Maybe the deer wouldn't mess with that astilbe, so that's another one we're going to have to take home and try. A lot of hypoestes, or the polka dot plant, as people call it. Just again, we can't go through each and every one, but just a lot of cool stuff, especially for a shady area. Coleus and patience. So now as we walk down in front of the greenhouse, still a good many annuals out here. This is kind of our little annual stretch. And see more mandevillas, some big old hibiscus. And then let's go take a look real quick and just take a look at the creek. See how it's doing. I haven't been here in a couple days. I want to just see how everything is growing. So this creek was built to obviously have aquatic plants like some of the colocasia up there, but then also just to kind of add beauty. I just heard a big frog up there somewhere. But just add beauty to the landscape. And our friends at Amen Corner Ponds installed this. And then folks that might want something like this in their yard can come and get ideas and kind of, you know, help them better picture something, an aquascape like this in their yard. And we've got some citrus trees out here. This is the main stairway that I painted a few years back when we first opened. So you got your parking area there, your main stairway comes up here to our Bellegarde porch, which I did a video on, and then of course into the main entrance of the store. But right now we're going to head down to the nursery and take a look at some shrubs and see what's blooming down there. As you continue on down the creek, it then spills into our water lily pond where we got a couple of water lilies and aquatic plants. See that one really pretty yellow water lily blooming there. And over here on the other side, cascading out of our giant clamshell goes down into our series of barrels, which are salvaged out of the landfill, cut in half, and that's where we store the majority of our smaller aquatic plants, and they just kind of go all the way down to the end of the walkway here. And as we get down to the very end, I'm excited about this. And ooh, check this out, guys. One of our hardy water lotuses, yeah, lotus, whatever, is gonna bloom here. Look at the size of that one. That one is, let's see, Handsome Hero. That's gonna be a giant pink lotus. So here in probably next day or two, that's gonna open up. I still haven't had the time to come down and put my rock and more aquatics. We had to replace this liner, if y'all remember, down here to our pump. Just simply hadn't had the time. It's been just insanely crazy busy springtime, which I'm thankful for, but got a lot of projects that are backing up on me. We installed these new wooden information centers. So for each row, I'm gonna post what's in it and just give folks a little more information about whatever shrub material might be in that individual row. All the roses right now are really showing out. Dave's even got some nice tree form knockouts right here that would make a nice focal point in your yard. A few more of like your tea rose style roses down here in this bed. And then I got to tell you guys what, this row of buddleia, or your butterfly bushes, looks the best I think I have ever seen it. Just look how healthy all of these plants are. Ton of the proven winners down here. These are the Pugster series, so they've got a bunch of different colors. These stay nice and compact, 2 foot by 2 foot, I think, if I'm telling you guys correctly. So if you've got a small area in your yard where you need a big impact and you love butterflies, this is definitely a plant you want to consider. The pollinators love it. It's always covered in some kind of bees, and the butterflies absolutely love it, hence the name butterfly bush. Dave found us some of these really cool variegated dappled willows. These are tree form right here, beautiful foliage on them. Again, another really cool focal point plant. We've got some barberry right here. This one is Sunjoy Tangelo. Really cool chartreuse margins going around the leaf. And then look at this bright thing here. Looks like it's almost neon. This is Sunjoy Gold Pillar. So all of your barberries are deciduous plants, but man, they really pack a punch when they do have leaves on them, which is all the growth season long, the warm season. Got some more Texas sage. Lots of different varieties of Loropetalum. And look at that beautiful contrast in between the Loropetalum and the Sunshine Ligustrum. That's why we put them here, just to kind of give folks an idea, hey, maybe this is a good combination to put in your yard, which it is. There's not a better combination in my opinion, because look at the difference in texture and color. We've also got a pretty good selection of evergreens and conifers, a lot of cypress, dwarf cypress. Let's see what else we got. Some green giant thusias, some arborvitaes. Just really a good assortment of different size conifers and evergreens. Some more screening plants like this privet, a couple different varieties of hedges in case you need to block out your neighbors, which I completely understand. Oh, this is that new Weigela. It's a dwarf Weigela, My Monet Purple Effect. And I have not seen this one yet. We're looking at it for the first time. Let's see how big it's gonna get. Oh, that's gonna stay real small. So maybe 2.5 by 2.5. So 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide. Love that variegated foliage. That is cool. We're gonna have to get one of those. Some of the darker leafed Weigela, and then your standard green leaf Weigela, which is blooming right now. The gardenias are starting to show out. We've got a couple different sizes. Anything from ultra dwarf all the way up to the ones that get pretty daggone big. Some Confederate jasmine, which I wish you guys could smell right now because it smells heavenly. Dave's got a few more vines. If you hear me say Dave, he's my nurseryman. He's not here right now. But he's the one that really takes care of all of these shrubs down here and does all of the ordering. And what is this right here? Peaches and cream honeysuckle. Oh man, look at the color on that. And I've got the red, but that is like a fuchsia, bright fuchsia. That is just fantastic, man. We're gonna have to get one of these too. This is another problem I have being a plant addict, is coming down into my own nursery. They were always getting in new stuff, and so you know, I've got to have it. And so then I take stuff home and I build a small nursery at my home because my intention is to plant it that day. It never happens, and then my plants just stock up, and I build a miniature nursery at home, which I got to take care of, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Now we're down here by another feature that Amen Corner Ponds did for us, and this thing is just beautiful. Koi swimming around. We've got a nice water lily blooming right there. Some cattails. They put in this bubbling urn for us a few months back. That really added a lot to it, but this is just one of my favorite areas to come. It's just so relaxing, and the water is just so peaceful and just washes all your worries away. A lot of people come down here and just sit at this little table, eat their lunch, drink a coffee, just listen to the water, and just watch the koi swim around. Definitely not a bad place to spend some time, that is for sure. Let's walk down here real quick, guys. We've got a row of full sun hydrangeas, or your Hydrangea paniculata, and ours at home are starting to open up, just as well as a lot of these down here. These have become really popular over the past few years just because they're pretty dang easy, and they can take full sun, and you get these huge blooms. This one's probably, I was gonna say limelight, but I'm wrong. This one is quick fire fab. So this one's going to turn kind of a reddish tone as it gets closer to the end of summer. But these are one of my favorite plants. Unfortunately, the deer have just mowed just about every one of mine down. Down the end of the row, Dave's got some, this is Pinky Winky. Look at that. And this one is in what they call standard form. So it's just in a tree form. They've trained it into a single trunk and then let it kind of bush out at the top. And that thing is going to be a showstopper when it blooms here shortly. Then down here in this row, we've got a lot of ground covers. Got your liriope, your Asiatic jasmine. Then it kind of steps into some nandina. Panning around to the other side, we've got some more Asiatic jasmine of different varieties, some junipers over there in that row, and then this Beyond Pink'D Caryopteris that is just about to crack open. It's already started a little bit. This is one cool plant right here. We've definitely got to take some of these and try it. The leaf feels a little bit fuzzy, so maybe the deer will leave it alone, but this plant last year when it was blooming, man, we couldn't keep these down here. They were just flying off the shelf like hotcakes. Now we move into our crepe myrtle area right here. Looks like Miss Courtney's leaving. And more crepe myrtles. We've got a ton of crepe myrtles. You know, down here in the south, everybody's pretty much got one in their yard, and they're used in the landscape just absolutely everywhere. So we've got rows and rows of those. Some of our beautiful weeping cherries, and holy crap, Dave's done got a bunch of tree formed hydrangeas in. These are big too, guys. Like, look here. And I'm not a super tall guy. I'm 5'8" on a good day, but these are every bit of 6 foot tall. So these are limelight tree formed Panicle hydrangeas, and he's got a bunch of them. Once those flowers open up, these aren't going to stay here very long, if I had to imagine. Okay, so going back, weeping cherries, we've got some magnolias that are going to be blooming here really soon. Looks like we've got our river birch and some of our larger growing trees in this row down through here. I see some flowering crab apples that are blooming right now, like that guy right there. Then we've got just some ornamental grasses tucked over here on this side. And just real quick, let's go over here and take a look at our fruit tree section. See a lot of peaches and pears. We've still got some blueberries left. And then I want to see if there's actually any blueberries on our shrubs over here, because I want to eat some. But then something else that caught my attention, look at the size of these blackberry bushes. Holy crap. And there's some right over here. I'm pretty sure that I saw were close to ready. This one might be ready enough. Let's try it. Could have used a few more days. A little sour, but I knew it wouldn't make it a few more days because customers and employees, we eat all of our fruit, like our blueberries and blackberries, because we don't use a lot of chemicals here. In fact, we haven't sprayed in over a year down here. So just by keeping everything nice and open, letting the airflow come through, we allow the beneficial insects to take care of the bad bugs. So there's no danger in picking off any fruit of any of our shrubs or fruit trees down here. Now we're moving into our blueberries. I don't see any that are ready just yet, but there's a load of them. I'm pretty sure that Dave or Miss Connie or somebody is helping the ripe fruit not stay on the tree too long. I can't blame them because it is delicious. Here's that vine, remember in a few videos, that Southern Home grape. I've got a couple of those left. Some loquat fruit trees down here. Just all kinds of fruit trees. I see some figs over there, and hold up. Didn't see these guys behind us. I was too busy running my mouth, but oh my God, look at the size and the amount of these blueberries. Let me try this one. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So this is named Premier Blueberry. Oh, damn, that is tasty. And just look how many there are. I'm glad we saw this over here. These things are loaded down. Looks like we got some more raspberries. Let's see, what is this guy? Okay, so that's a blackberry, and then that's that raspberry shortcake, a little dwarf raspberry bush. Just some really neat stuff. You can put some of these on containers, put them on your porch, and sit there and eat fruit and drink a cold beer. We're gonna make our way over to the shade area and the Japanese garden real quick because my battery's getting kind of low. I don't want it to cut off on you guys. So let's head across the street right here and I'll show you guys the Japanese garden that is still a work in progress. Another Amy and Corner Pond water feature down here that is just drop dead gorgeous. The planting's coming along down here. We've even see the guys have brought some mulch in. This has been a hard project to complete during the springtime just because we are so busy. But look at how beautiful this creek and just this whole area is down here. I am so proud of the guys at Amy and Corner Ponds and my own team for coming down here and putting this thing together. The planting looks phenomenal. If you remember the Big Mama video, she's doing just really good. I think she's gonna be happy here in this new spot. And it won't be long that I think she'll have enough width to where we can let some of her limbs hang down on this part of the creek and then do the same thing right over here on this side. And that is just going to be a real, it's just going to be, there's not words how that thing is going to look in the fall time when she gets her fall color down here. It's just going to be, it's going to be fantastic, y'all. But I just, this thing just turned out so beautiful down here. I just can't, if you're in driving distance, you really owe it to yourself just to come check this one feature out. So hopefully before too long, my goal, what I'd love to be able to do, is have plant tags on all of the specimens that we've planted down here and make it really like a botanical garden where folks can come take a look at the shrubbery in an actual landscape habitat, kind of get a feel for the size, and give folks an idea of what it can look like in your yard too. All right, pressing on because we got to hurry before the battery dies and go down here and look at the shade structure. This is where I'm going to do the meditation garden area. Dave's planted some green giant thujas down here on this end and built me a fence, or half a fence over there. We're going to board this whole thing in, have a nice little meditation garden where people can come and just chill out and meditate if you want, or do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. All right, let's duck in the shade structure real quick. This is where a lot of the blooming is going on. Oak leaf hydrangeas in full bloom, your mop head hydrangeas. Just look at those blues and whites and pinks and dark blue, almost purple. This looks amazing down here. And again, props to the crew here at Grassroots for keeping everything looking so healthy, so beautiful, to give it the best chance of going home with somebody and thriving in their landscape too. All right, we'll try to make it up this one side here real quick. Some more big old hostas, and just look at the dark green foliage on these hydrangeas. They are so healthy, and the colors on some of these flowers, the camera's just not going to do it justice, you guys. And wow, look at these guys down here. Which one is this? This is, oh, Tuff Stuff, aha. That is another amazing introduction from proven winners, but just look at that color. Can you imagine if those were big in a clump somewhere in a shaded spot in your yard? Just absolutely gorgeous. Well guys, I sure did enjoy walking around with y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that too. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see, or if there was something I didn't have time to go over today, ask me and I'll get back to you. Love getting y'all's comments. Do me a favor, hit that like down there. And if you found any value in this content, hit that subscribe. We're going to have a lot more videos to come. Always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. I'll see you on the next video, guys.